I'm Olivia.
And I'm Shelley.
And this may contain chaos. Welcome back to May Contain Chaos.
I didn't know you were going to do that.
Neither did I. I just really... I think it's because I was listening to a podcast on the way here. Every time it's like, welcome back to the... I won't say it, but...
Yeah. I liked it. It was strong.
Thank you.
You commanded the room.
Thank you.
You listen. Welcome back. We welcome you.
But we've missed our deadline of last week. I actually had a friend message me and saying, have you stopped the podcast because you haven't had your...
Supply and demand, babes.
He said he listens to every episode on his way to work, so shout out to Kobe.
Shout out Kobe. Number one fan. Friend of the show, Kobe.
Friend of the show, Kobe. We have to get him on at some point.
Yeah.
He did say he'd get us cancelled though, immediately.
I'm up for the challenge.
I have this theory that Premier Inn, like you go in a Premier Inn, you get no signal, and I think it's because they want you to pay £5
for the Wi-Fi, yeah.
But it's like a cage in there.
It's like a dead zone, yeah? No, yeah. I know. It's true. I think so. I think it is. Because Travelodge, better reception, worse hotels.
Yeah, but good reception.
But good reception. And they often come with food. No, they don't. Premier Inn often comes with food. Travelodge always has like a little side.
I like a hotel that is a little biscuit, you know, outside, and I always biscuit. And like you've been boozing, and then you come back and
it's
you've got
a little munch.
There's a hotel I can't think. I think it's just one near where I work, and it just supplies such beautiful biscuits, like a Viennese swirl.
Is it those little ones that come in like the Borders ones in the little packet? Yeah.
Oh.
And do you know what I do? If I stay there for 2 days, if I haven't eaten the biscuits yet, I still move them so that I get new ones.
Yeah, hide the biscuits.
Because I'm not going to eat it yet, but I want more. So I'm going to want to eat 3 packets later, so I'm going to pretend I ate those first 3 packets so you refill me.
There's something about washing your hair in a hotel room though that makes me feel
Does it humble
filthy. You? No. It makes me not feel vibing. Like there's not like a massive procedure. I'm not saying I take my own shampoo and conditioner, which apparently I've been labelled high maintenance, but I take my own.
Was it by a man who uses a 10-in-1 degreaser, shampoo, conditioner, bug repellent, all of that in one? Descaler, like what else does it do? It's also his cryptocurrency, like... That's why. You say this to a boy sometimes and they're like, why do you need so many products? Because they do different fucking things, that's why. But yet their hair always looks good.
Always looks good.
Their lashes long, their skin smooth.
A man with long eyelashes makes me so livid. Makes me so... I'm like, why? You don't need them! You don't need them!
Who are you batting them at?
I just want to put mascara on them and get nasty. Well, not nasty, not in a weird way.
That was brilliant. I love that. That's good. That's staying good. We look very similar to our tea today, but like we said before podcast, we are mildly hungover. So
I'm the day out of the hangover, which I think is worse. I always think
you get a false sense of security sometimes, don't you?
Yeah. So drinking Friday, Saturday hungover, but bearable. And today now just tired. It's the day after the hangover because you're still like, but I just have to sleep. I have to reevaluate my life. I have to just lay and stare at a wall.
Like hibernate almost.
Yeah, and that's alright. I'm at that point now. It's just.
Do you shower, or is that when you come out of the hangover?
It's if I want to.
Face the world.
Yeah, face the world. I have to hibernate like a damn bear.
Yeah.
You seen the video of the bear that comes out of his hibernation? He's like, and I was like, me. Always.
But you know what I actually kind of like a little bit? You know when you have like a really serious hangover, and I'm talking about, I don't get them that often. I'm very blessed. But I'm talking about the ones that you think you might die.
Yeah.
Those ones. Yeah. When you go, I don't like that bit, but you're like, I actually might die. Like you're shaking. You're constantly clenching your asshole because something's going to come out.
Yeah.
But you also might throw up. You're like sweating. You're like everything's going wrong. Like your eyes are leaking. Like you're dribbling, your nose is running, you're like, I actually might die.
Every feasible amount of liquid is coming out.
Yeah, it's like terrifying. And then once you get over that, you feel like a new person. You feel like you've just been born. I like that feeling where you're like, I'm free. And you feel like you've just been born again. This is what Christ felt like. Easter Sunday, he's like, I'm back, baby. Easter Monday, he's risen. That's what I feel like after that hangover. Because you're so seriously close to death. And then you're like, I'm back, bitches.
Oh,
I like that feeling.
I think when I become hungover is my personality. There is literally nothing left of me. It's simply just the hangover. Everyone's like, oh, it's a state of mind. So I sit there and like, gotta get out of the state of mind. Can't get out of the state of mind. It's like I am just the hangover.
I think we might have said this on the pod before, but do you remember when we went out, me, you, Quags and everyone and Dom, where I used to live in Southampton, and then I was dog sitting the next morning, and like, because my neighbours had dogs, and they used to pay me £15 to look after this dog for the morning, so I was like, yeah, sure, and they drop off the dog at like literally like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I have a dog as well, so the two dogs were just running around the house, like absolutely wrestling on top of you guys, like sleeping on the floor.
I honestly could have committed pedigree murder.
Because part of us was like, oh my god, this is so cute, but also like we got in at 6 a.m. But it was £15. That was like half of my night out paid for. Do you know what I mean?
There's
Cash.
No way. But I am so as much as I despise the men with long eyelashes. Oh, envy. Maybe not despise. Envy the men with long eyelashes. We can go there. We can say despise. I also envy people that can just get up and even admit that they're hungover, but get up and just can do things.
To be fair, that's me because I don't often get the I might die hangover. I've only had about 4 of them in my life. So I normally just get up and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm the one cooking the breakfast. I'm the one, I'm not going for a run or anything like that, but I will be okay.
I used to, when I was like in militant state, I used to get up, run 5k every single day, no matter what. I tell you, no. And that's on 10 and 28.
Mm-hmm. My body hates me.
Everything hates me.
It is a struggle.
Nature hates me.
But big night. I mean, I went out. But yeah, no, it's been quite an interesting weekend. You went out on Friday. I went out yesterday. Frank's cousin's getting married. This was like the family hen do. We went to Crazy Pizza in Knightsbridge. Shout out to Crazy Pizza.
I love the sound of Crazy Pizza.
It was very crazy. They they played good tunes, like they were playing like ABBA and stuff, and then the music just goes up a volume, and you're like, what's going on? And the man comes out with like a massive pizza dough, and he's like swinging it around. I haven't showed you the video actually. Let me show you the video. I'm gonna get your reaction live on this.
There's something.
Or maybe I can send it, and you can like paste it in the the video.
Oh god, I don't know if my editing technique's good. There's something about.
Wait, ready? Watch this. Let me put the sound on this as well, so they can hear it. And they give sparklers out. Everyone's got like sparklers. So Frank's mum's there with her sparkler having the time of her life.
Oh, he's dropped it?
Yeah, he's just dropped it, but I mean, fair play to him. And he does it like right over your heads as well.
You'd be so fit from that.
Look, he rolls it over his back. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
It was mad.
Oh my god.
Absolutely insane scenes.
I'll tell you what, I love a place where there's groups of people singing ABBA, there's lights, there's pizza.
And we were like doing this with our napkins because they were like white napkins, like we wouldn't do like.
It's all these things that afterwards you're like, that was damn cheesy, but you loved every minute of it. It's like
I will tell you though, so expensive.
Really?
There was 20 of us, and we had like the set menu because it was a group. £55 for a person. The starter was like bread and like some ham, and then pizzas. But there wasn't that many. We got a margarita, and then dessert was like tiramisu or fruit salad. I don't like tiramisu. They make it in front of you, which is cool, but tiramisu is better if it sets. I don't even like tiramisu. I'm not eating it. And then fruit salad, kind of basic. I couldn't even eat it
fruit salad
because I can't eat apples. Yeah.
You can't eat apples.
I can't eat any of the fruits where you eat the skin. It's a hay fever thing. I get allergic, so I can't eat like apples, plums, pears.
Because pineapple's eating you. Have you heard?
Yeah, that's kind of cool though.
Pineapple be eating you. Kind of sexy.
Kind of sounds sexy, I was gonna say that. Oh, pineapple. Take me to dinner first.
Okay.
Buy me a drink.
It's like the Spider-Man meme. Where they're like that, but you and pineapple just fight up like.
But yeah, it was good.
£55 for a cheese pizza, some bread and ham.
You're paying for the vibes, basically.
Do you get unlimited drinks?
No drinks included.
Nah, fuck that.
Honestly, the cocktails.
Crazy pizza, I respect your choices, but I'm not paying £55 for a cheese pizza and a fruit salad.
The cocktails are £18.
No.
I didn't get one, and then me and 2 other girls got a bottle of wine. It was £30 for a bottle of wine, which I was like, okay, I can deal with that, because it's £10 each, do you know what I mean? It was not even a corked bottle of wine, it was like a screw cap. He poured a little out to give her to taste it, and I was like, it's a screw cap. You only do that because, what the the fuck? And then it was in like the ice stand next to me, and then he just starts pouring it out to other people on our table, and we were like, bro, we did not say they were getting wine, but I guess we're sharing it with other people now. I mean, you know, it was the bride, so we're like, you know what, we don't really care that much. We ordered another bottle of wine, and it was fine. Like, we ended up splitting it, so I ended up paying £75 in total for my food and my wine and service charge, because there was like 25 of us.
I get so awkward when they ask me to taste the wine. I feel so inferior. They're just like, oh, taste the wine. I'm like, what?
And they gave it to Roselia, who didn't even know what rosé was. She thought it was white.
Tasting rosé.
Yeah, I know. She thought it was white and red mix. So I was like, oh my god. And then you go and give it to the girl who didn't even know what rosé was.
I would like to do an episode of us wine tasting, and we buy like a really expensive wine. This could be the drunk episode, and maybe like cheap and see if you can.
I'm going to get my friend Tanny to be on that one, because she's gone on like a wine tasting course for work, because she writes for like a food and beverage company magazine, so she'd be able to talk us through it, and we'd be like, eh.
Yeah. Have you, this is such a random skew of a thing, I have so much to discuss. Have you heard the news that Taylor Swift and Matt Healy are dating?
Yeah, what? Sorry.
So this is an absolute curveball, but
a curse
I needed
on all
to
your
talk about it.
houses.
I am here for it.
Yeah?
Indefinitely.
Do you know what? I don't mind it. I just thought Matty Healy was gay.
No.
Fair play.
No.
I mean, I'm still going to fancy him regardless.
Oh, thank God for that. He's such a divided man among society and
no, but me and you,
friends.
We always fancy the gays.
People that wear nail varnish.
Yeah.
Matt Healy strikes me as a man, you know, get away with wearing it's like Youngblood.
Yeah. You know how much I love Youngblood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Ollie from Years and Years.
Yeah, same vibes. Same vibes. All same.
They don't want to fuck me, but I want to fuck them.
Youngblood and Matt Healy are there for it.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, Matt Healy is, I believe, straight and also apparently dating Taylor Swift.
I really thought he was gay.
No.
Kind of want him less now. No, I'm joking.
Well, no.
Now I can have him. I don't want him.
As if like now I always think that it's like, oh, he's gay. When people say that about actors, I'm like, but this £1 million property owning actor, just because he's gay, he's not gonna.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't have a chance.
I live in denial. I'm like, that's the only reason. Matt Bomer, is it? Matt Bomer? Yeah, that's the only. I mean,
I actually am really excited for Taylor to come to the UK. Like, I'm going on that tour.
Yes. I think we should just get a whole group of girls together, because I know all my friends want to go. It'd be cute to all go to London and have like a bit of a. I don't know.
That'd be really cute.
I also booked an ABBA boat party, which I'm very excited about, on the 5th of August.
We're on the musicals more than music. We've done our music now. We've gone to quite a lot of gigs. We went to Book of Mormon, me and Frank did.
Yeah.
And that was great. Me and my sister are going to see Heathers, and then we're going to see Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to Orlando.
Exactly. You have a busy year.
I've not told you. I've decided, because I've been to Tokyo, Disney, Paris, and I've been to Florida before when I was like tiny, but now I'm going again. I'm just going to complete the set now. I just need Shanghai, Hong Kong, and California. I'm just going to complete the set.
Is there a Disneyland in Hong Kong?
Yeah. I'm going to go to them all. I'm not even that big a Disney fan, but I just think, just complete the set now. I'm halfway through. Like Infinity Stones. This week, we're doing a really random episode, actually. When we arranged to meet, you were like, have you got anything planned? I said, I've got something planned. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You do the tech. I haven't got a fucking clue how she puts this together. I do the research. Sometimes you do a bit of research as well.
Sometimes.
And I am the face of the Instagram, basically.
You are the...
Did you see the story I did the other day?
I did,
Did you like it? I was walking the dog. I felt like an influencer.
I did enjoy it, yeah. When I was filming in the car, I was like, is this what being famous feels like? I was like, feels empty. I was like, I feel nothing. I was like, I'm just talking to a camera in my car, and someone was walking past, I was like... But it's true, no one literally cares what the fuck you're doing. Everyone gets over it, no one gives a fuck.
And if people are judging you for having a good time, that's on them. Why are you judging me? I'm enjoying my life, you enjoy yours. But yeah, this one's a bit random, because I thought, we did a spooky dooky one, you got scared.
Terrified.
Very close to pooing your pants on the sofa.
Yeah, really.
You actually had a tear at one point. Yeah. It was quite funny.
I had to go back, I had to think about things. And I thought, if I see myself walking out of my room, I'm just...
Because, the time jump, it was crazy. So I thought we'd do something a little bit more fun, the last one was quite fun, but one that won't scare Olivia, basically. So this is on shower thoughts.
Okay.
So when you're, like, driving or in the shower, and you're, like, daydreaming, and then you have, like, a weird epiphany about things. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you find it when you're driving and you're, like, you're concentrating, but you're, like, in another world, and then sometimes you're like, oh,
I get that slightly when I'm drunk as well. I'll
Yeah,
write notes
but
to
like a
myself.
nice amount of drunk.
Yeah, like a nice, like, although I did once wake up and in my notes was... I've said this to you
Oh, is
before.
your notes app the one, the portal to
Yeah,
those?
and it was like, I don't remember writing this. It's like, what if when flies fly into your face, they're trying to tell you to help because they're trying to escape from the spiders? And I was like, what? I was like, was this even me? So
that's the vibe we're going for. So a shower thought is a loose term that applies to the types of thoughts you have while carrying out a routine task like showering, driving, daydreaming. At the best, shower thoughts are universally relatable and people find sort of amusing, funny things there. So most of it is from the subreddit r/shower thoughts.
Okay.
Which is good. And then I've got a couple of other BuzzFeed articles. So should we just go through them?
Yeah, just go for them, I think.
I just chose some of the best ones, but I've got quite a few. Like, look, I've got loads on it, and some of them I've got like sub thoughts that people commented as well, which is quite funny. So let's start off with an interesting one. We're talking about holidays.
Yeah.
Only the poorest rich people fly in first class, because the rest fly private.
Oh, is this like high thoughts?
Yeah, I've never been high though, so.
Nothing. So
Yeah. You couldn't even convince yourself there.
What?
So the poorest rich people fly first class because the richest rich people fly private.
So in a way, they are as poor as we are.
But they're not though, because they can still spend 10 bags on a bloody seat, can't they?
Oh, fuck the first class. Even on a train. First class on a train.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When I went somewhere with work, I had a first class seat. I didn't realise. Oh, it actually slapped. But I didn't pay for it, so it's okay. I was like, this is brilliant. I got my own little table. I got my seat to myself. I got a little headrest. I got my own little lamp. And then I was like, oh, this is why my ticket was like 200 quid, because I'm sat in first class. But it was all the way up to like Oxenholme in the Lake District. Like it was a 4-hour train. Like, it was a long old train. So I was like, fair. She deserves this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a long train.
But if you won like the lottery, and I'm talking like big, like you won like 50 million, would you fly first class on like one holiday just to experience it?
Probably to like America or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I would have loved a first class flight to Australia because that was like hell.
Yeah.
But
because some people are like, no, I could never spend 10 grand or whatever. And I know, like growing up as someone, I was never rich. I've never had money. We've been like, you know, poor family. Not like poor, but like poor enough, you know? Like poor enough. I would still be like, but it's like, if you're going on one of those holidays and you have the money, it's in your account. When the money lands in your account, you see like, you know, 60 million or whatever. But like, okay, right, I can spend 10 grand on a seat.
Then at that point, you're just not buying a plane.
No.
I suppose the environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, everybody.
No. You said it and then you went, no, I take that back, yeah.
The environment.
So, some of these thoughts, I don't know how scientific they are, they're just thoughts. So this next one, hiding drugs on a dog would lower your chances of getting caught significantly. Because the police security guards would probably think that the drug sniffing dog was just excited to see another dog.
I should have brought a notepad.
You can call them cocainines. And then someone said that would make the dog look like a donkey. And someone said, ah yes, the fabled drug donkey barks in donkey, brazen dog. It just made me laugh. But I thought maybe that's like translates from like another language, like because we say drug mule, don't we? Yeah. It's like a drug donkey, so maybe it's like that made me laugh. But yeah, imagine that.
Donkey. I mean, some of these are these tips or faults?
Well, a bit of both, I think. And then I think we both heavily relate to this one. It's not until you work in retail that you realise 85% of people are as dumb as rocks. I worked in Costa and Starbucks, but Starbucks was at uni, so it's not too bad because you say people's names, but it still happened. You'd be like, Sarah, and then a guy would come and pick it up, and then it'd be like an iced frappuccino. He'd take a sip and be like, oh, this isn't my black Americano. It's like, yeah, it isn't, and your name's not Sarah. Like, do you know what I mean? Or they'd take a tray and they'd be like, oh, I ordered mine to take away, and I'm like, yes, and that's just not yours.
It's not until I worked in retail that I realised I was 85% dumb as a rock. Because I'm like pressing the screen, I'm so...
And like,
simple tasks,
where I used to work, we had 2 fridges, and you'd walk through the middle of the fridges to get to the till, and people were like, where's your sandwiches? Be like, behind you in the fridge. And then we'd be like, oh, that's so stupid, they walk past it. But I've been in other coffee shops and got to the till and be like, what the hell are the damn sandwiches? And in my brain I'm like, I've walked past them, haven't I? I've definitely walked past them. I've done the thing I've told people many, many times. I've walked past them and they were behind me. And this one's an example of that. Someone said, I used to work in Waterstones, and most of our customers were lovely to talk to, but Christmas time you'd get a totally different genre of human, which Christmas and retail is hell on earth.
I never want to go back to the days where you're working Boxing Day. Or
do you know what? I worked Boxing Day once, and do you know what? It was vibes, because we only worked from like 10 till 6. I was on double time, so I was getting like £15 an hour or something, so it wasn't too bad. And everyone was giving me sweets, so it was alright. Yeah, Christmas and retail, hell on earth.
I'm trying to think of one good experience I had. I couldn't name one.
People gave us chocolates that time, but that was about it. But people have been like, it's ridiculous, I want to go to the shops. And it's like, if you waited till the last minute to get like cranberry sauce, that's on you. That's not on the shop.
I always think that with drivers as well. You know, when they're like impatient, I'm like, leave 15 minutes early.
I used to work, when I worked at Costa, it was motorway services. And obviously, if a coach load of people comes in, and usually it's like 2 or 3 coaches, that's like 200 people coming in at once. Some people be like, oh my God, I'm in a rush. And I'm like, that is not my problem.
Yeah, why?
If you're in a rush, why stop enough to get a coffee?
That's always, you know, like at flights, you see people get antsy at the airport. I'm like, don't get the fucking coffee then. Just go to your damn...
Yeah, or there's always bits closer to like where your like gate is, so like go there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's people used to be like, hurry up, I'm in a rush, and I'm like, well, I'm not. Like,
I only have experience of working in like places like McDonald's or pubs.
Ooh.
During Christmas, so. And you know how people get their shopping, they're stressed, they're like, take the kids to the McDonald's, everything's chaotic. And yeah, that's my experience.
It's a lot. To be honest, most of the bad experience I had weren't around Christmas, they were just in general. Like, once I asked someone, you know, just normal teas, we have teas. Usually if someone has a green tea, they don't have milk. Although we did have a customer who used to have a mint tea with cream. Weird. Yeah, red flag. He was regular, so he got it all the time. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Exactly. I was like, whoa.
There you are.
But this woman had an Earl Grey tea. And just like with anyone who has an Earl Grey tea or a black coffee or a normal tea, I said, oh, would you like some milk with your tea? We don't, in our one, we never just lobbed it in. We would ask them, and then we'd be like, tell me when, and pour really slowly. And she just went, you're a bit special, aren't you? I was like, oh my God. You know in Mean Girls where she thinks about like attacking them? I had that in my brain. My brain just went, throwing the tea in her face. But I didn't actually do it. But you know when your brain like imagines that scenario? I was like, how dare you talk to me like this? How dare you?
What the fuck? People are
awful.
People suck.
And I think the worst thing about working in retail is people think just because you work in a job that they see as a low job, that's your entire existence. They don't think your life is anything else outside of that. Like, some of the people I know who worked in retail are like some of the smartest people I've ever met, studying God knows what at university, but also like people have lives outside of this. They have children, they have friends, they have families, they have hobbies, but they just see you making their tea and think, ugh, you can't even get that right and you're getting paid minimum wage. Do you know what I mean?
People.
Awful. Absolutely awful. But yeah, let's hear this one. So I used to work at Waterstones. Most of the year our customers were lovely to talk to, but at Christmas you'd get a totally different genre of human. Yeah, I can imagine. One woman came in and asked me where she could find the book of Oh Hello. I apologised and told her I wasn't familiar with that book, and I'd said I'd check on our stock list. She was furious about this and laughed at me saying, how can you not know? My 13-year-old read it in school. It's a famous book. It's by Charles Dickens. I really had no idea what she was talking about, and she was very angry at me, and she wouldn't answer any of my questions about it. I was like, do you know what it's about? Do you know any of the characters? So I could just so I could like help and figure it out for her. She just kept repeating it's called Oh Hello and that I should know it. I didn't know it. I don't even know how we figured it out, but eventually she happily bought Othello by Shakespeare. Charles Dickens. Shakespeare. Exactly.
This is why, even if I think I'm 100% right about something, I always play it that I'm like 80% right, because you never want to be that person.
I'm easily confused, so I say it all the time. I go, there's 50% chance that I'm wrong in most cases, so I could be just getting it wrong.
You got to come at it from your wrong. Oh,
just
honey.
in case.
Oh, fellow.
Isn't it? Someone said, I remember getting yelled at by a woman because the dollhouse her daughter wanted for Christmas was sold out. It's December 24th. Just before closing time.
That's just every Christmas
They sold
film
out
ever.
of the doll's house in November. It's literally the same. I work in retail. The amount of desperate middle-aged men who arrive half an hour before the shop closes on Christmas Eve wondering why we don't have any stock left astonishes me every single year. I watched a documentary on Harrods and they were saying, like, the last 2 hours of Christmas Eve, they make the most money of the whole of December because mainly men come in panicking, don't know what to buy, and they help them buy stuff. And obviously they've got jewellery in there, they've got, like, literally everything in there. And they make the most money in the 2 hours, the last 2 hours of December 24th or 23rd, whatever the last shopping hours are before it closes for Christmas, than they do, like, for most of December.
Do you know something I've never got over? You know in Love Actually when Alan Rickman buys the jewellery and it's not for Emma Thompson? That's just made me interiorly angry just from thinking of that. Anyway, I'm over it.
I know, and she's got the little CD. Oh. And she listens to the CD and she's crying.
Emma!
Oh, awful. I know, I just love the bit with Ryan Atkinson when he's like, sprinkles in like the petals, and he's like, just a second, and he's like, I'm in a rush, and he's like, it's like, this won't be a minute. And that's why I'm laughing as soon as you said that, because I'm just imagining him like faffing around. Okay, this one, I think, you won't like this one, but I'm telling you. Since people only kill the spiders they see, humans are acting as an agent of natural selection, causing the spiders to be selected for reclusion and intelligence. We are making the spiders smarter.
Oh, shit.
And someone goes, that's fine, because I like my spiders hidden and well read. They're the ones reading Oh Hello by Charles Dickens in the back going, oh, another one of our neighbours has died.
I've
silly boy.
more accustomed to spiders. Like, if I see one, I'm like, alright, we're chill. As I said, went to Australia, thought I was going to see...
Yeah, the huntsman or whatever.
I thought a spider was going to drop in my face. I saw nothing. Now I've got a kindness to spiders.
Because all the stupid ones have already been killed, that's why.
Yeah, because... Fucking yeah. Because I thought I'm finally going to see one. Went to my friend's house and he said there was one like this big out the back and that's just body. It's not even like leg. And I was like, yeah, because it's dead. So okay. I'm like, alright, we're going to vibe.
Do you see it?
Something bigger had come to take it. The spider had gone.
Wow.
Something bigger had come along. That gave me goosebumps. And I was like, I'm never coming back here.
The smart ones now. So based on how much you could bond with someone by hating the same thing, dating apps based on dislikes would probably be fairly successful. And it says tagline where misery meets company.
Yeah, that's true though. Do you really want to bond with someone on everything you fucking hate?
All the kids that come out of those relationships should be positive people since their parents are a pair of negatives.
Hey, I always made that joke. I'd be like to my mum when I was young, I'd be like, you guys are so ugly, and my mum would be like, well, if you're ugly, if we're ugly, then what are you? And I'd be like, two negatives make a positive, bitch. It was like a real high pitch, like, ha ha, and I'd be like, well, two positives make a fucking negative.
But the thing is, I feel like that could breed lots of toxic relationships. And I don't mean toxic as in they're toxic for each other. They just have a lot of hate. And if you hate the same thing, you know, like when you go on TikTok and you watch one thing and then loads of those videos come up.
Oh,
I feel like it's like if they hate things that aren't great, it's just like.
What if they hate something more than you and it's just really weird? Like they really hate soup, and you think, oh, I kind of hate soup, but they like really hate
fuck soup,
and it's like on the menu.
They make a website like I hate soup.com.
Yeah, and it's on the menu, and they're like fucking get out, and they make a soup.
Well, they better not be with the guy who asks what the soup of the day is, because that won't go down very well.
What if they really bond over things you love, bros.
It's true. The way we treat moths based on how we treat butterflies is an example of pretty privilege.
Oh, I really like moths. So.
Someone said I think moths are pretty.
Yeah.
But the problem is when they put their babies in my cereal.
Ew. Moth? I don't like that they eat clothes, but this is why we have cupboards.
Someone says that, yeah.
But, oh my god, do you think anyone actually has an original thought? Because I think everything I thought, it's just a hive mind. Yeah. Like, I look on TikTok and I'm like, oh.
Do you watch stuff and you go, I've never had a unique human experience ever?
No. Everything has been done. Because I always think, right, there must be someone obsessed with everything in the world. Like, there must be at least one person that's obsessed with
Isn't
concrete.
Is there a thing, like, if there's something, someone's fucking it, or thinking about fucking it, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So someone's probably stuck their dick in some concrete at some point.
Well, if 100%, when it's in the mushy form, you're telling me...
Mushy? Ugh, horrific. Right, if I say Barney to you, what comes to mind?
An argument, like a Barney.
No, isn't that Barney?
Oh.
Barney.
Barney, the purple dinosaur.
Okay, cool. So someone said, depending on when you grow up, Barney was either a caveman, a dinosaur, an alcoholic, or a womanizer.
Who was the alcoholic?
Barney Gumbo from Simpsons. It took me ages to work out who the caveman was. Flintstones.
Oh, and then obviously Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
I don't like that show.
How I Met Your Mother? Oh, okay.
But I hate anything in that genre, so, you know, my opinions of Big Bang Theory.
Fair.
Well, we won't go into it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was wondering what yours was. I think dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think dinosaur. Although, secondly, then I went to How I Met Your Mother.
Me
but
too.
It's only because it's very prevalent.
Yeah.
Fuck the Flintstones, no offence.
That's just before our time. Barney was very much our time. Simpsons was too, but that just didn't come to mind. I mean, you're not a cartoon person, are you?
No, but I did like The Simpsons.
Someone says, the anti-vacation, go somewhere really shitty and do something awful for a week, and then you return and your life seems really good.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah. Someone said, yeah, it's called visiting relatives. And someone else said, yeah, in my case, my in-laws. They said, you should carpool with your in-laws to see your relatives. By the time you've got home, you'll be hugging your broken oven, thanking it for always being there.
Yeah, what could be worse than... Well, a lot of things could be worse. A lot of things could be worse in your current situation.
We forget sometimes, but obviously your current situation is what you see in, day out.
Yeah,
and you don't realise how good it is until you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Like, actually, I quite like how I am in life.
Yeah.
It's alright. Because we always want to be better, but you forget what worse is.
Yeah, and worse can be real worse.
It can be, for sure. I think this one's very relative to today. The real gauge of friendship is how clean your house can be before someone can come over.
Yeah, I think I'm never... Yeah, that's true. I've just didn't even have
fair, my house is never dirty. It's a bit untidy. We just haven't hoovered because we normally do our chores on the weekend, but we were both out yesterday, so they're going to get done today. Not chores like you do this, you do that, but like we split the hoovering and I cleaned the bathroom, he cleans the kitchen. It's not that big a house, it's not too bad. But we haven't hoovered.
I don't even pay attention to that stuff. I think it doesn't even resonate in my brain. I won't look at it and think, such a dirty house.
But we clean every week, so it's not too bad. And someone said I cleaned my house before I got my cat because I wanted to make a good first impression. And then someone says I like to invite a friend round to chat while I do the dishes. It's way better than doing them alone.
Yeah, sometimes you got to invite your friends round so you actually clean the house.
Yeah, but he does it while he's there, like body doubling. Have you ever done like body doubling? You know, like sometimes you work better when someone else is just there working. You're not even chatting. Just someone's just there.
I always get that in office scenarios. I will work better if someone else exists near me.
They're not even like engaging with you. They're just there, and you. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it's quite common in the ADHD world as well. And there's like places where there's even like Zoom communities where you can just log on to Zoom and you're all muted, cameras are on usually, and you just work. And then once an hour you'll have like a 10-minute chat, and we go back to it.
The world is kind of lonely, isn't it?
I think it's quite cute. Well, and sometimes they have like lunch breaks together, so they actually like chat and stuff, and then they go back to work. It's just some sort of accountability there. Even though you don't work with them, it's just Me and Rachel, who I work with, do it sometimes. Especially when it's quite quiet and it's easy to just like procrastinate. Like so, before Christmas, we just like had Slack huddle on because we hate Teams. I hate Teams. I just hate it. I think it's like PTSD from our old job.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't like Slack. Slack real basic.
Oh, I turn all the sounds off everything. The sound of everything just
real
triggers
basic. Me. Teams is okay. Google Meet, no.
It's good when you want to talk to friends because otherwise you have to keep doing the Zoom stuff and that's annoying.
Oh yeah.
That is the hour up, but like it's good for that because there's no thing. But yeah, we do like the Slack huddle, like the little video, and we'll just work and like have a little bit of a chat at the same time.
Bottom tier.
Really?
Slack.
What do you use at your work?
Teams.
Do you? What for
I
messaging?
like Teams.
I don't like it.
I've met WhatsApp probably if I'm gonna message someone, not email.
Oh, emails are long. I'm not important enough to CC me. Don't CC me in anything. I'm not important. I'm just a social media girly. I feel like the social media people are like the OG personality hires. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're here for the vibes. We're here to sell the vibes online. We're gonna get out. I mean, there's a lot of strategy and work in it, but like, we're here for the vibes. When I come to the office, I think I've said this before, I like tell, because normally I'm like, let me get content with all of you. So I'll tell people, like, I'm coming in, I'm filming content, who wants to be involved, and I'm then pick on people to be involved. They do say yes. And then I just tell everyone, I'm like, I'm coming in, I'm filming content, there will be vibes, bring the energy, look nice. And then I come in and I just disrupt everyone's day, get loads of videos done, and I'm like, see you later. And then I edit it all slowly and really slow. And they all go, oh, they secretly love it.
Everyone loves it.
Because I wouldn't do it otherwise. I've never forced anyone to be in content. I'd be like, oh, do you want to be in a video? And they'd be like, alright, go on then. Do you know what I mean?
You do. Even I hate being in videos, but even I get a little like, oh, okay.
And next thing you know, they're like lip syncing and they're strutting and then
I will be getting
some advice.
I will be getting some Taylor Swift synced videos soon.
Mm-hmm. There's also
that's all I'm saying.
But I love it. I love being the vibes. I feel like the girls that get it. Do you know what I mean?
They get it.
Because people go, oh, social media's well easy. You just like make videos but the
amount
of work me and you do on a day-to-day basis.
You just have to bring a certain energy to the job.
Yeah.
You have to get people moving.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then
exactly.
It's a people job, isn't it? Because you have to get people to do what you want.
You gotta come out BDE. You should come out, guys. Come on. What are we doing? Guys, I told you we went out on the streets and just asked the people of London about stuff.
Yeah.
I'll show you the video afterwards.
That stuff gives you adrenaline though, because people are so fearful of it, and then you start doing it.
Yeah, we were like.
Yeah.
And I got like even some of the people who were a bit shy, like they joined in because I was like, full disclosure, I like told them what the content was. I said we're going out the street, we're talking to strangers, and they were like, yeah, I'm up for it, and it was good.
That's cool.
It was good going, and it took us an hour, and about 100 people said no. 100 people were coming out of coffee shops going, oh, I'm in a rush. I'm thinking, why don't you get a fucking cappuccino, Dave? Why aren't you cappuccino? I'm in a rush.
Enjoy your cappuccino.
And there was other charity people trying to like get money from people, and I was like,
they probably thought you. To be fair, I say to everyone, I'm like, oh, I'm in a rush, but I'm walking out of a coffee shop. I just don't want to.
No, you're the person. I always end up talking to them, and then I'm like, I don't. Because I work for a charity. I'm like, I already work for a charity, so I'm already giving my time and my money.
Someone really came for me once. I was like, they were like, do you have a minute to speak about God? I was like, no. So I was genuine. I was trying to get to meet my friend or something, and they were like, well, then you'll burn in hell. And I was like, okay. I was like,
and I'll see you there, Stephen.
Yeah. And then another charity just said, well, you don't care about people. And I was like, I'm just trying to get about my day.
It's hard. Someone got me once. They were like, oh, your coat's really nice. I've got a yellow coat. I get the compliment a lot. And I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah? And they were just like, so we're actually from. I was like, fuck, you got me with the compliment.
God damn
but
it!
I did speak to them a bit, but I genuinely was running around St Pancras going, where the fuck is the fucking train?
My
so,
favourite thing is when people just yell at the cars nice compliments to people. They're like, you look like you'll make a fantastic lawyer one day.
Oh, I like those ones. When he's like, you look like you could fold a fitted sheet.
Yeah, and it's like, you look like you know what's going on.
It's like, you look like you know how to check your tyre pressure. And you're like, I do know how to check my tyre pressure.
Yeah, I love it. It's like, you look really happy today.
Oh, that's so cute. Whatever. And I would never say anything horrible to anyone anyway, but still thinking about it, or my mum would be like, oh, look at them, they look so silly, and like you'd laugh, do you know what I mean? But instead of saying those, when those thoughts came up, because it just becomes automatic, I would think of a compliment about them instead to combat that. Yeah. So I'd be like, oh my God, I really like her trainers. And I wouldn't necessarily say it to her, but I would say it in my head going, her trainers are nice, because it stops the way you think that way. And now I notice the good things in people so much more, and I never ever think about anything bad about anyone on the street, but I always notice like their trainers, or their hair looks really nice, or oh, they look like they're having a good day, or I notice it so much more now because I trained myself to think out of that negative way of thinking.
Very good. That is
it's so easy to do that.
Yeah, it's so hard not to judge people, I think, of anything,
especially when you're brought up be doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not good. Like it's not a good way to bring someone up. But, because you think, well, what are you saying about other people? Do you know what I mean? I mean, she'd say horrible stuff about me anyway, so, like, whatever. But, like, that's what I do now, so I notice the good in people so much more.
Yeah, they say that if you're, like, a jealous person, what you should do is always look for something, compliment another person in your head. Look, oh, she has nice hair, or, like, I like her top.
Yeah, literally something like that. Or it could be like, her bag's quite cute, or, you know.
Neuroplasticity, just rewire it. But it's hard work. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I'm proud of you. It takes a long time. I keep just knocking, this is my
But you find yourself feeling a lot happier because You just notice these things. I don't notice anything. I literally don't even notice anyone's weight or anything like that. I don't notice these things
good.
because I trained myself to stop. I'm not saying I'm amazing from doing it, but it was such a process. We're
Not even
projecting
judging.
our own insecurities on them in the moment, usually. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. If you're really worried about something internally, then I don't know. Looks are a big thing in general, aren't they? Looks are the main thing of.
Yeah. So I challenge everyone when you go out. Find 5, when you see 5 people and think of 5 compliments. One for each person. And see how your day changes. And it can be something as silly as, her hair looks shiny. Or his jeans are nice.
You like nice jeans. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Just something silly like that. Well, he looks like he's having a good day. Or even, you know, when you see someone and you go, and they've got like food and you go, oh, that food looks good.
Oh, yeah.
They chose some good food there.
Like they've got a good food taste.
Yeah, like that looks good. He chose a good dish there. Sounds really silly, but that
made me immediately hungry because I imagined a taco in my brain. And
really?
I don't know why.
I thought of a burrito.
It was why did we both go for
Mexican
dish?
I don't know.
Because it's the best.
It bangs. I really fancy it. Because when you were supposed to come last time, I'd made nachos and I sent you a video of me eating them nachos. Oh, they were so good.
Got up. I got hungry and then tired.
You went for the whole food. You went in the food coma.
I went for a whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, back on the shower thoughts. Everyone talks about how different life is since internet and phones, but no one talks about how much better life is since banning indoor smoking. We were talking about this. Do you remember when you could smoke indoors? I mean, depending on if we have any international listeners, I'll have the 10 of you that listen. Yeah, it's different in other countries, but do you remember like being able to when people could smoke indoors?
It was wild. Everything smelled like smoke. I don't know when we thought that was like nice. Like it's horrible. Imagine going to a nightclub and it's just full of smoke.
It's mad, isn't it?
Nasty. But even smokers don't like smoke.
Yeah.
But vapors, you know, vapors now, they be smoking everywhere. Vaping is.
Yeah.
It smells nice.
Yeah, well, it's true. Someone said weeks after smoking was banned inside, you realise how much the smoke covered the smell of stale beer and body odour.
Oh, yeah. Although I suppose I remember the Weatherspoons by me being there. Everyone just sitting there like.
Someone says the early bird catches the worm, but the night owl has a different dietary requirements. It doesn't matter.
Thank you. Whoever wrote that.
I loved it so much.
Thank you.
And then says the early worm gets eaten.
Yeah, that bitch died, bro.
So you lose no matter what time of day it is.
Are you... Because apparently, did you know, genetically you're a morning or an evening person. I didn't even know that. So genetically you're either... Because way back when... People would have to stay awake during the night, and people would have to stay awake at the day to keep everyone safe. So inherently, you swing one way or the other.
I'm perpetually tired, regardless.
Yeah, I am dead inside.
She's a sleepy gal.
But yeah, well, dead inside. But I wonder if when I wake up, I'm not happy about it, and then when I go to bed, I want to just go to bed. So
that's how I feel. Yeah.
Like I think I'm more of a morning person, but I think I'm more predisposed. I think if I really worked hard, I could get 5 a.m, go to the fucking gym, be a vibe. I know it's in me. But I used to be a night person. I used to stay awake till 6 a.m. watching New Girl. But I just think I can go...
Either, me too. I can... I used to work days and nights at the same time in Costa, so I'd work 2 days and 2 nights. And I was fine, because I can just sleep when I'm tired and wake when I'm not tired.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's sunny outside or not. I was 19 at the time, so, you know.
I could do that if I don't get a solid 8 hours. Even thinking
about it. Oh no.
If I get out of here, there's no point in anything. There's no point talking to them.
Last night?
I went to bed late last night.
It wasn't that bad for us. We got the tube back. I think we went to bed at... It's just me. My whole water bottle at Frank's parents' house. I think I went to bed at like... before 2, and then I woke up at 9.
I went to bed at 2 and then got up at like 7.
Did you go gym? No.
And just woke up. My body, because I'm renovating, I have no curtains.
So the sky's awake, so you're awake.
So I have an eye mask on, but the sun's like sneaky underneath.
Like, it's like tickling underneath, like, hi, let me in.
But sometimes you're alright with it. Like, I'm tired, but I'm not noticing I'm tired.
We're just talking about being tired, so we're yawning.
Oh god.
A polka dot shirt is a striped shirt, but instead of the stripes running horizontally, I did it the wrong way, horizontally or vertically, they run in the third dimension. Just nips.
Oh.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
That changes everything. Or it's just odd. That's definitely a high fault.
Yeah. If an astronaut dies on a distant planet with no life, then the planet witnessed death before the creation of life.
But did he not witness life when he arrived?
I don't know, that's the thing. 150 million years in the future, scientists on that planet will be questioning the origin of life on that planet by fecal bacteria.
What?
Oh, yeah. So Queen Elizabeth's birth was probably announced via telegram and her death via a tweet.
Was it via a tweet?
It was on Twitter, wasn't it? As well. Like, it was announced on Twitter.
That's wild.
Someone said I was curious, so I tried to look up how her birth was actually announced, and it seems likely it was not announced in a formal way. Queen Elizabeth was not a person deemed likely to reign as a queen because her father, King George, was second-born son and only became king when the older brother, King Edward, abdicated the crown to marry a foreign woman. So interesting. Every hollow chocolate bunny is carrying a pocket of air from somewhere else in the world.
God.
Same with bubble wrap.
Oh, I enjoy bubble wrap.
There are 20 comments and 4 of them are already alluding to farting in the chocolate bunny's air pocket. You'll like this one. Werewolves in fiction are generally significantly worse at tracking the full moon and taking precautions than actual real people are at tracking their periods and taking precautions over the same timescale, despite the wolf thing having somewhat more serious consequences.
Yeah, wolves be out here. Just like,
wolfing around.
They're like, oh God, the moon. I'm like, you think you've got a big old thing going on there.
Like,
you can't just check where the fucking moon is.
Like, literally. It's really... I like how you clarified fiction. Like, real werewolves aren't that stupid. That's why we never hear about them.
They're with the smart spiders.
And then it says, in the movies, the full moon randomly occurs all of the time.
Yeah, it's suddenly like 2 days. It's like, psych.
And also, this is quite cute. Hi, Steve. Do you have any... some spare wolfsbane that I could borrow? I forgot that my period was supposed to start this evening, and you know how I had my bad periodic monster syndrome can get. I really don't know. I really don't want to get blood on this outfit. You're still using wolfbane? Oh, you need to get yourself a moon cup made of silver. It's so much better for the environment. I hardly ever maul anyone anymore, but let me check. I might have some dried wolfsbane back from before I made the switch.
A silver moon cup would take you out, though. Didn't they get killed by?
No, that's vampires, babes.
No, I swear silver takes out werewolves. Vampires are Ravane, aren't they? What? I grew up on Twilight and Vampire Diaries. I'm sorry.
I thought it was silver that killed vampires.
It's like wood and stakes, isn't it, through the heart or the beheading? But
garlic and silver.
Garlic,
keeps them
yeah,
away,
but silver is definitely the killer of the werewolf. I watched so much Supernatural as well. If I'm wrong, fight me.
Are you gonna say I'm wrong?
Oh yeah, I'm 90%. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, I might not be right. I could bet 100%. I might not be right. You know, the old glitch in the Matrix. I'm like, fuck me up. Yeah.
So when you're a kid, truth or dare, dare is the scariest option. But when you're a grown up, it's the truth.
Oh, that's true.
Isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. My friends, I'm still quite scared of the dares they'll give me.
For me, it's like this. Truth brings up an embarrassing memories that have been haunting you for years. Dare creates embarrassing memories that will haunt you for years. You can't win truth or dare.
But everyone hates truth because it's so boring when you're younger because nothing's really... But you can't think of something... Maybe now I could go deeper with the truth. But with a dare is like... When you're younger, it's going to be to kiss someone. Or it's like, go kiss your crush. Scary. Or like... fucking suck a toe. But my friends, right, that's when you're younger.
You need to my friends, that gag. I was not ready for that.
My friends will still dare you to suck a... I mean, I'll dare someone to suck a toe. Things haven't changed. Just the truth has got a lot worse.
I've not played Truth or Dare for a very long time, to be honest. No. So
we still play... Considering I've known my friends for a long, long time, we still play I Have Never. Yeah, and it's just a chance to just call each other out. Like, and
then you go really specific. Like, I have never... got drunk on a this and accidentally did this and then sat on a this while sucking a this
and we never
found out that this many people were watching and they're like, you bitch, and they drink.
It's like all the group secrets, like they will all stay in and then I've never come out and everyone's like,
but then you forget and then you do it again and you go, oh my god, I forgot about that.
We played one on YouTube that was really good, but I swear to god, or is that most likely to and I got called out so bad.
Of course, because you're mental.
So bad.
Someone says, I still think Dare's a scary option. I'd rather not be pressured to, I don't know, go moon someone or ask for a stranger's number. Ask for a stranger's number's not even that scary. Or go to a big, quiet, open place in a library and fart hard. That's not even that scary.
That's so weirdly specific.
It is.
And why can you be asked? Like, you know New Girl, and he's like, it's either too big or too small, and he's just like, I swear to God I've said this on the phone.
Yeah.
He's like, let's put blueberries in her milk. And then the other
She'll be
one's
like, oh man, why don't blueberries all up in this milk?
And then let's hit her with a ski. And it's like, you're too far, Winston. Why?
It's like, why is there a feather in my shoe? Tickle foot. Oh, and the
It's
raccoon.
like that. Like, who can be asked to go?
Like, to be fair, that's not even that bad. Like, go ask a stranger for their number. It's not that bad.
No.
I wouldn't do the flashing because that's like, you know, sexual harassment. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But like to person, like a stranger.
Just to them.
But like to the group, it's like not that bad. Do you know what I mean?
Really weird though if the group are like, yeah, get your ass out, and everyone's like, just staring at you.
Oh yeah, there's my ass.
I've seen it so many times. Let's do it again.
Like me and my friends, we went to we rented a house. Like, you know, in COVID when we went into Tears,
Yeah.
we booked like a weekend away. Frank couldn't come because his mum got COVID, so he had to stay home. And he was like, "You guys are still going without me?" We're like, "Fucking yeah, we are." So we went to this Airbnb, and it was in Yeovil in Somerset. Such a random location, but we
I
went
know
there.
Yeovil.
We went there because there was like a pool you could go like and rent like for a bit as well. And go in that. It wasn't like with a house, and it was obviously like an old lady house. So there's individual armchairs with like little side tables, but it was quite nice because we all had our own like little chair to sit in.
Oh, that's
and our little
cute.
thing for our drinks. We went swimming, and with this group of friends, we'd not been like to the beach or anything before. So when we were in the pool, we're kind of like, this is the most naked we've ever seen like each other as a group collectively, because it was like guys and girls, and we were like, alright, fair enough. But we just for a second we were like, we've never seen each other like this naked before.
Yeah, it gets kind of like, you know, even hot tubs are involved.
Yeah.
You sit with your friends. It's a bit like, it's
Yeah.
like on the edge saucy. Maybe it's just me.
No,
thinking
but that's
it.
kind of like
But
vibes.
it's a bit
We're all kind of
saucy.
like, never just seen each other like, none of them have seen me like, obviously like me and Scarlett and stuff, we've seen each other like, you know, getting dressed, but it's like we've never seen all of each other like in a bikini or like in a swimsuit before. We were just a bit like, oh, okay, but it's like whatever. It was just that 1 second going, it's a bit, okay.
Yeah, because you're not going in the pool a lot
Yeah.
in England, so and you're not
exactly.
going away on summer holidays with your friends all the time.
All the time, yeah.
So,
sometimes you just go
I
like
get
to
that.
different places, different cities and stuff. Like we've been like hiking and stuff.
that.
So yeah, it was just like, the average adult probably has hundreds of thousands of lyrics memorised, but they won't realise they've memorised it until the song comes on. Even because like, have you had that where a song comes on, you go, I know all the words to this, and I didn't know I knew all the words to this.
Jordan Sparks' Battlefield. You know,
But love always
and
feel
like
a
Kerry Hilson,
battlefield.
love gonna knock you down,
Down.
like anything like
Yeah.
that. And the Eminem's like lose yourself in the music.
Yeah, everyone knows that one.
There's
Yeah.
stuff just ingrained. But goddamn, could I not remember anything on my psychology exam? But I could.
You know when you go to like, you remember and you go to like the French oral and you're like, me, je m'appelle Shelley, j'ai says aunt, and then but you can remember all of the lyrics to Lose Yourself in the background, you know, and all you can remember is I like football but my sister does not. Do you know what I mean? Or like I like cheese but not on Sundays. And then it's like one word you know is like because I get nightmares, because it's like that one special word you learn.
I suppose because obviously I'm learning Spanish, and you learn obviously everything in the present tense first, which is really bizarre, and then you go past and future.
Yeah.
But it's just really like, it's just I am going to sell my car. Like,
It's weird, isn't it? It's so bizarre. But it's really weird when that like a song comes on. It's something like when you're clubbing or something and it just unlocks that and you just go la, 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 and all the words come out.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, bro, I didn't know I knew this. Doing a trivia question about recalling music lyrics when they play a different song in the background is like trying to fold a fitted sheet. You know when they're like, there's lyrics, you got to finish your lyrics and they're playing another song and then you're like, no, my brain, too much. Oh, I love that. And like, you know, it's a bit of a, the show's a bit boring, but I like the premise of it. The hit list with like Rochelle Humes. They play like songs and you have to tell the type, like the name of the song. If I know a song, I will be able to get it in like half a second. If I know a song, I'll be like, is this by this person? I'll hear like 2 notes about that.
I don't. If you hit me, no offense to Ed Sheeran, but if you played me the start of a few Ed Sheeran songs, I would probably get confused.
About which one?
And same with, I love Taylor Swift, but maybe similar with Taylor Swift as well, because I listen to him
If
so
I know,
much.
I'll be like, I'll hear like ding ding, I'll be like, it's this. I'll know it straight away. Or whenever you buy and eat half a chicken, you're sharing a meal with a stranger.
I like that.
You know when you do a meal deal, you're like, someone's got the other half of a sandwich.
Oh, yeah, well. What about a wrap?
Yeah. Same vibes. We make fun of people for Instagramming their food, but let's forget that during the Renaissance, lots of artists were just painting bowls of fruit.
That's so true.
At the age of 30, you've had a month having birthdays. You've had 30 birthdays, which is a month. That's weird.
That feels like nothing.
Maybe plants are farming us, giving us oxygen until we eventually expire and turn into mulch, which they can consume.
Not if I'm getting cremated, bitch. I'm saying you won't have me. You won't have me.
Oh my god, condoms are one of the most environmentally things invented by man. Obviously they're made out of like rubber or plastic or whatever they're made of. But a single one has the potential to eliminate the carbon emissions of an entire human over the course of their lifetime.
Did you say eliminate a human? I don't think so.
This is kind of a bit like Matrix-y, parallel universe-y stuff. There exists a set of finite actions that, if I perform them in the correct order, would make me a millionaire in a day. I just don't know what they are.
I tell you, what you want to do is so close yet so far.
Yeah, it's true. It's weird, isn't it?
You had a real moment of that.
I was like, it's weird.
I don't know what they are. If someone could tell me, that would be nice. But even if it's all, all of that hinges, I think, on luck as well. I think it hinges on being in the right place. You can have all those steps, but it's also, there's so much hinging on you getting there. I was saying that. There's an interview with Bo Burnham saying, and he was just like, people will always tell you, the rich people, like, live your dreams and whatever, but you've worked really hard to get to a place, but also there is something in it. There's a slight luck, like something worked at the right time, or you thought of that idea, or like you can work really hard, but I don't know.
No, it's true.
There is a slight,
and sometimes people don't like to think about that aspect. Same with privilege in a way, because you can be lucky but not come from a privileged background and still do well. And that's why it's really annoying when people go, well, it's actually not harder. I think someone like Morgan Freeman was like, well, it's not actually that much harder for a black person. It's like, you were very lucky to be in the position you're in. So to completely just say, well, it's not that hard for black people, point blank statement in society, because you as a black person made it well, it's really bad. It's like someone coming from a working class background, coming from like a poor background, being like successful and being like, well, it's actually quite easy to get yourself out of being poor. I did it. And it's like, you had a great time. You had luck.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean it's the same for everyone.
Maybe this is a lot of hard work involved. Don't get me wrong, but I think there must be an element.
It's the right place, right time.
Yeah, because why? Because there are loads of people that work hard and don't get anywhere. Have failed businesses. It's just there's something in it. But what is it? When someone else. Mm-hmm. If someone else could give me a strength, you know what? I don't even want. Would want enough where I'm comfortable, but I want one enough where I don't have to. Everything comes really, really easily to me.
Because I still like the challenge of doing stuff and figuring things out and having my own sort of journey.
Anything?
Yeah.
Although I'm hard, and at the same time, I would like to be able to travel to any place at any time, not on my private jet, on a first class flight. Yeah.
I think there's something. I think it's about being comfortable. You have enough money to do what you want to do, but you still have to work in some respect to keep your mind going, to keep your body going, and to do something.
That are retired.
But you earn enough that you can have the time to do what you need to do. So you don't need to work necessarily full time. You work 3 days a week, or you work 5 days a week. But you have the choice because you have the resources to do that.
Yeah.
It's just like it's hard. It's like, what life do you want to lead, and how do you get there? It's all very philosophical. That's when I had my work coach. It was about that. It was good. It was really handy to be like, what kind of life do you want to live and what steps you need to take to be in that life? Like, what does work look like for you in that life plan? And for some people, it's to work as hard as possible before they have kids and be a stay-at-home mum and then work part-time afterwards. That's not necessarily my plan, but like, how do you get there?
My shout out to all the people that have no idea what they want to do.
I think that's very normal.
I have no idea. Now, people are like, what life do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. But then you have to come to like, what do you want to feel? And I want to feel peaceful.
Content.
I want to feel happy. but then I want passion and I want adventure. So everything's contradictory. I think, oh, I'd love like stability, job that I like, and at the same time I'm like, I would love to fucking go to Mexico and live a crazy life. I don't know.
But who's to say you can't do both?
That's true.
My work coach, when she went on her own to do coaching, she had some sessions that had to be in the afternoon because she was just in like Barbados. She was like, I'm in Barbados for the week, living her best life.
It's so
her like boyfriend handed her a cocktail, or her friend handed her a cocktail while we were on the call. She was like, because she's freelance now, she can, and she does them through Zoom. She can go wherever she wants, and she's still doing a job she's passionate about, and she travelled the world whenever she wants.
At the same time,
she wasn't like drunk or anything. Like she was still like very much in the moment.
The thing is, I would like a base. I would like a home.
Yeah, like
as well. So all my people who don't know what the hell you're doing with your life.
Don't think you're alone in that. Everyone does.
Absolutely.
But then look at us. We've been doing social media for years. Like since I started it in 2016, you started in 2017. We still do it now. But who's to say in 5 years' time we don't want to do social media as our full-time like jobs? We want to do something else. Might be an accountant. I probably won't. I can't do numbers.
But what freaks me out is people are just like, oh, we're 20. Like I've got to have it figured out by my 25, and I'm like.
Literally, you can. If you do, that's amazing, but don't put that pressure on yourself.
Yeah, 20s are for a series of mistakes because you're finally becoming more aware.
Your frontal lobe is only just developed.
Yeah, you're becoming more aware.
Leonardo DiCaprio's cast you aside, and now you
have to fend for yourself.
Now you're in the real world again.
Yet again, I was thinking that's another thing. It's like, oh God, I'm above 25. Leonardo DiCaprio will never have me, as if that's the only reason me and Leonardo DiCaprio would ever meet.
You were so close, and
I was so close to being Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend, but I couldn't get with. Anyway, I won't get with him after. Although people would be like bullshit because of the money and it's Leonardo DiCaprio, but I'd be like, nah, fuck it. I won't get with him after.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
After I know he's going to cast me aside.
But you think in the time you'd be like, but maybe he's different. Maybe I'm the one.
Oh, don't try and
maybe
fix
I've
a broken man.
Know, exactly.
I'm not saying he's broken, but don't try and fix a broken man.
People will do whatever they want to do, and you have to let them.
Always.
And if you don't agree with it, you leave them. And that means not even relationships, friends, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
People
they don't serve you the way you need to be served in that friendship. Leave.
Get out, baby. Talk to someone. Get out.
Because you can always find your people.
Yeah, they are there.
They're out there.
It's harder to make friends in your late 20s. Although,
I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I think you just need to find common. I think hobbies and interests, and it doesn't have to be like crazy. It could just be like books or like crochet or something. You can find people. I mean, I joined a new cheer team. She's a cheerleader again. Hey. And I've got some friends there, which is cute. And I've only been doing it for a few weeks. I mean, we're not like best friends, but we still see each other for 2 hours once a week. Most friends, we don't see each other for 2 hours once a week.
I don't see my friends 2 hours a week, I don't think.
Yeah. So you still get you still make friends with them. So it is hard.
We all went deep at the end there. We went inspiration, a shower thought for everyone, perhaps.
So next time you're in the shower, have a little think about life.
Or don't. Just have the shower and don't start debating.
Remember to rinse your conditioner out of your hair and then wash your body, because that's how you get back me.
Oh.
We live and we learn on this podcast. Because if you think about it, this conditioner is quite silky and it's quite oily, and that stays on your skin. It won't wash off properly without soap, so you need to wash your hair out, the conditioner out, and then soap up your body.
I've learned something today. Again. I always learn something new.
It's always a journey, isn't it? I learned something from you all the time as well.